Hey everyone! Instead of studying for my finals, I've decided to do a travel blog for everyone who is going to study abroad in Europe. This is just a general travel guide on how to do it best and cheapest while you're over there because a lot of people think that Europe is expensive, but there are definitely ways to do it cheap. So here are some thoughts on that. So, as you may know, I was in Europe for 6 months in 2010, and I was able to, in addition to traveling all over Ireland and France, I was also able to travel to 10 different countries, and I did it really cheap. So, here are some helpful hints. So, here are the places that I was able to visit. Also, another fun thing that I was able to do were festivals. I got to visit a couple of festivals, including Oktoberfest. While I'm not a huge beer drinker, it was a really great experience for me. All I wanted to do was witness this incredible festival that happens every year in Germany, in Munich, Germany. And also, in addition to Oktoberfest, I was there during Christmas season, so I got to go to all of the Christmas markets or German markets around all the countries I was able to go to. It was awesome, and if anyone can travel in the fall, I highly, highly, highly recommend Christmas markets. So the best places to stay, a lot of people get a little nervous when it comes to traveling, especially if you've not traveled very often. So the best place to stay, in my opinion, is if you just go to www.hostelworld.com. It'll give you like ranked hostels on which ones to go to. A couple will be like 5 stars and then 2 stars. You're going to look in between the 2 and the 3 stars. You don't want any less than 2, and 5 stars gets a little expensive. So 3 stars is probably what I aimed for most often, and I only had one bad hostel experience. So I traveled all the time with hostels. The best way to travel in general, a lot of people think that it's best to go through bus or train, but actually the train can be more expensive than flying. If you're going across the continent, or if you're in British Isles and you're going to continental Europe, the best way actually to do it is not through the Channel, but it's actually through EasyJet.com or Ryanair.com. Those two places will give you really cheap flights. For example, I was able to fly from Nantes, France, which is in the southwest part of France, to East Midlands, which is in the middle of England, for €7 round trip. abroad asking questions about what they should do about budgeting, especially in Europe because it's very expensive, as you probably all are aware of. So the best way, the best advice that we give students is, and this is what really helped me when I was over there, the best way to do it is to lay out your finances, see how much you have for the whole however many months you're going to be there. So once you figure out how much money you have when you are over there, figure out how much you can take out each week. Then use that money to budget for the entire week. That means travel, that means food, that means to live off of, that means to shop or whatever you do for that money. That's how much you have for the week. Then whatever money you have left over, you can put that towards the next week. Some weeks you'll spend more money than the others, and then eventually it'll even out to be about average. And that's how I did it. And I think it really did help my finances, and I never went over. Another thing you guys should get is an ISIC card, International Student Identity Card. And this was probably the best thing that I did for myself because you can get a lot of free or discounted prices for museums or even restaurants in the major cities. So that was a good thing, and I highly recommend it. Another quick little thing that I think you should do is write journals or blogs. You'll want to look back at this, I guarantee. So make sure you take the time to write a journal or a blog and about your emotions and how everything was when you were over there because it's a very special time. So the greatest piece of advice that I got when I was traveling and that I'm going to give to you is you are going on an adventure that many people aren't able to go on. You're going on an adventure that may only happen once in your life. So make sure you take full advantage of it. The best piece of advice I can give you is do what you want to do. And if that means you want to go to bed at 8 o'clock at night, then go to bed at 8 o'clock at night. But if that means you also want to stay out or go shopping and you want to buy that extra pair of shoes, then buy that extra pair of shoes. Because honestly, you're only going to do this once, maybe once in your life. So take full advantage of it and do what you want to do and make sure it benefits you the most. So I really hope you guys have a great time when you're over there. It was the best time of my life, and I hope it is for you. And if you want to know more about my traveling or my study abroad in general, please check out my travel blog at blog.travelpod.com/member/Sam Spurlock. Thanks so much, and have a really good time.